3 months ago, I was staring at my bank account with $47, knowing I had to choose between groceries or gas. Today, I am going to show you the exact neural rewiring process that completely transformed not just my bank account, but how my brain processes every single opportunity that comes my way. This is onto Rags to Riches fairy tale. This is a step-by-step breakdown of how I hacked my own mind using neuroscience principles that took me from scarcity programming to abundance thinking in exactly 90 days. By the end of this video, you'll have the complete roadmap I use to rewire my neural pathways, the exact exercises that reprogrammed my subconscious mind, and the 3 breakthrough moments that changed everything. More importantly, you'll understand why everything you've been told about changing your mindset is wrong, and what actually works according to cutting-edge brain science. Let me paint you the exact picture of where I was 90 days ago. I had been consuming self-help content for years. Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, every motivational guru you can think of. I had vision boards, I did morning affirmations, I even tried manifesting. But here's the brutal truth. None of it worked. My brain was still wired for scarcity, and no amount of positive thinking was changing my actual results. The breaking point came when I found myself Googling how to make money fast at 3 a.m. for the 100th time. When I realized I wasn't dealing with a motivation problem, I was dealing with a neurological problem. My brain had been programmed since childhood to think in limitation patterns, and I needed to literally rewire the hardware, not just change the software. I spent the next week diving deep into neuroscience research. I studied Stanford's work on neuroplasticity, MIT's research on accelerated learning, Harvard's findings on cognitive restructuring. What I discovered changed everything. The millionaire mindset isn't a mindset at all. It's a specific set of neural pathways that can be installed, upgraded, and optimized, just like software. Neural pathway mapping, the first breakthrough, came when I discovered that my brain was running on what neuroscientists call default mode networks, that were literally programmed for survival, not success. Every time I saw an opportunity, my brain would automatically run it through threat detection algorithms instead of pattern recognition algorithms. I developed what I call the Neural Audit Process. For 1 week, I tracked every single thought pattern that occurred when I encountered potential opportunities. What I found was shocking. 97% of my initial responses were variations of "I could," "I'd afford this," "This won't work for me," or "I don't have the skills." My brain was literally filtering out opportunities before my conscious mind could even evaluate them. Here's where it gets fascinating. I started using a technique called cognitive interruption. Every time I caught my brain defaulting to scarcity programming, I would literally say, "Stop out loud, take 3 deep breaths," and ask a different question. How could I make this work? This simple pattern interrupt began creating new neural pathways within the first week. Pattern recognition training. The second major breakthrough happened in week 3, when I started studying successful people not for motivation, but for patterns. I analyzed 50 different success stories and found something incredible. They all used the same decision-making frameworks. Even though they were in completely different industries, millionaires don't just think differently. They process information through a completely different algorithm. Where I saw obstacles, they saw systems. Where I saw expenses, they saw investments. Where I saw risks, they saw calculated opportunities. It wasn't about being more positive. It was about running different software in their brains. I created what I call mental models installation. Every morning, I would spend 30 minutes studying how millionaires approached specific types of decisions. Then I would practice running real situations through their decision-making frameworks. It was like installing new apps on my brain's operating system. Abundance algorithm activation. The third and most powerful breakthrough came in week 6, when I discovered how to activate what I call the abundance algorithm. This is the neural network that millionaires use to spot opportunities that are invisible to everyone else. It happened on a random Tuesday morning. I was walking to the coffee shop, and instead of seeing the usual mundane environment, my brain started identifying potential opportunities everywhere. The empty storefront became a potential business location. The long coffee line became a sufficiency problem that could be solved. The homeless person became a reminder of social issues that need innovative solutions. My brain had literally rewired itself to see possibilities instead of problems. By day 90, the change was undeniable. I wasn't just thinking differently. I was perceiving reality through a completely different lens. Opportunities that were always there became visible. Conversations that used to feel intimidating became exciting. Challenges that used to overwhelm me became puzzles to solve. My brain had upgraded from survival mode to success mode. Here's what I want you to understand. There is nothing special about my brain that made this possible. The same neuroplasticity that allowed me to rewire my thinking exists in your brain right now. The same neural pathways that create millionaire-level pattern recognition can be installed in anyone's mind. The same abundance algorithms that transformed my perception can be activated in your consciousness. Society has taught us that successful thinking is a talent you reborn with, or a privilege you inherit. That's complete nonsense. Neuroscience proves that your brain is constantly rewiring itself based on the patterns you feed it. The millionaire mindset is unreserved for a chosen few. It's available to anyone willing to do the neural rewiring work. Whether you're a single parent working 2 jobs, a college student drowning in debt, or someone who's tried everything and failed, your brain has the same capacity for transformation. The only difference between where you are now and where you want to be is the neural programming running in your subconscious mind, and that programming can be changed. If you're ready to begin your own 90-day neural rewiring journey, here's exactly what I want you to do right now. First, I want you to perform your own neural audit this week. Track every limiting thought that comes up when you see opportunities. Second, choose one millionaire or successful person in your field and study their decision-making patterns for 30 minutes every morning. Third, practice the cognitive interruption technique every time you catch your brain defaulting to scarcity mode. I'm going to be documenting everything I learn about neural rewiring and brain hacking right here on Minvo. Next week, I'm releasing the complete Neural Audit Worksheet that I use to map my own limiting patterns. The week after that, I'm sharing the exact mental models installation process that rewired my decision-making algorithms. And in 2 weeks, I'm revealing the abundance algorithm activation sequence that completely transformed my perception of reality. Remember, every millionaire you admire started with the same brain hardware you have right now. The only difference is the software they chose to install. Your transformation doesn't begin tomorrow, next week, or when conditions are perfect. Your transformation begins the moment you decide to take conscious control of your neural programming. The question isn't whether you can rewire your brain for abundance. The question is whether you will.